Hi everyone, hope you all are doing well. It's the mango season here and thought of sharing few recipes that incorporates mangoes. Hope you all enjoy watching. The first recipe is a mango curry. Now for this mango curry, I prepared it with sour mangoes and also sweet mangoes. The recipe is from my auntie. And today it is my favorite mango curry recipe. My husband helped me cut the mangoes. Both the sour and the sweet mangoes had green skin on. You can make the mango curry with the skin on, but it's preferred if you can take off the skin. So I made two different mango curries, one with the sour and one with the sweet mango. So for each curry I used 6 mangoes. And the other difference is for one I used sugar and for one I used jaggery. Preparing the sweet mango curry. Into a heated pan, add around 1 tablespoon of oil. Once the oil is heated, add around 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. When the seed starts to splutter, add half onion chopped, you don't have to wait for the onion to turn translucent. You can add the ginger garlic paste. That's around 1 heaped teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. Then add pandan leaf and curry leaves. Saute them well. And when the onions turn slightly pink, add chili flakes. Now the chili flakes can be added according to your spice level. Since this was a sweet mango curry, I added around 4 teaspoons of chili flakes. Give it a mix, then add the chopped mangoes. Give them all a mix. Add water. To this also add around 1 to 1.5 inch of cinnamon sticks. Then cover and cook till the mangoes are soft. The water quantity depends on the thickness of the mango curry that you require. If you want a thicker curry, then you add less water. If not, you add a bit more of water. Adding a bit more of chili flakes. Salt and sugar as per taste. Here I have added 3 teaspoons of sugar as I did not want to overpower with the sweetness of the mangoes. Now when the mangoes are soft and the gravy starts to thicken, I added about 2 tablespoons of coconut cream. This will enhance the flavor. Now simmer it for around 1 to 2 minutes in low heat. And the mango curry is ready. Now to prepare the sour mango curry, so into a pot, add the diced sour mangoes, then add water and bring it to a boil. Now when the water starts boiling, allow it to boil for another 2 to 3 minutes. Then drain the mangoes. Now for the curry, it's the same. Into a hot pan, add oil. Once the oil is heated, add mustard seeds, then chopped onions, curry leaves and pandan leaves, ginger garlic paste, saute them well. Once the onion turns pink, add chili flakes. To this I've added extra chili flakes since I wanted this curry to be spicy, so a total of 5 to 6 teaspoons of chili flakes. Mix them all well. You can adjust the spiciness according to your level. Then add the boiled mangoes. Now these mangoes are not fully cooked. You boil it only for around 2 to 3 minutes. So just to remove the sourness. Now add water. I wanted this curry to have a bit more gravy, so I added extra water. Add cinnamon sticks, salt, cover and cook. Then add jaggery. I added 2 heaped tablespoons of jaggery. And for the color, I also added sweet paprika. This is around 2 teaspoons. Mix them all well. And you can see that there is more gravy compared to the sweet mango curry. Once the curry starts to thicken, I've added 3 tablespoons of coconut cream here. Give it all a mix, let it simmer for around 2 to 3 minutes, and the curry is done. This can be stored in the fridge for up to 1 week, or you can freeze them in airtight containers, and it could last up to 1 month. Now moving on to making a sweet dish. This is a mango sticky rice. I have used the glutinous rice or the sticky rice. Here I've used 1 cup of the glutinous rice. Washing it with cold water. Make sure you rub the rice to remove the starch. Wash this around 3 to 4 times or until the water runs clear. Now soak the rice in water for 6 hours or overnight. I soak this rice for around 7 to 8 hours. Then drain the water from the rice. After that, I put the rice on kitchen towel to dry it further. Now I'm using a cheesecloth to steam the rice. Fold it and make it into a small parcel. But since I've got a bamboo steamer, I'm using that. I've added water into a pot. Once the water starts boiling, I put on the bamboo steamer on top, put the rice in and cover and steam it for around 25 to 30 minutes. Now to add on to the rice once it's steamed, I'm making the liquid. That into a pot I've added 2/3 cup of coconut cream. You can use coconut milk. Around half a teaspoon of salt and half a cup of sugar. Stir it until the sugar is completely dissolved and then switch off the flame. Once the rice is done, immediately add the warm coconut syrup. Here I'm adding it little by little while breaking the lumps off from the rice. Once you add the whole liquid, you'll find that the mixture looks very runny, but that's alright, it'll thicken. So mix it well, break off all the lumps. Cover with foil and let it rest for around 20 minutes. In the meantime, we'll make the salted coconut sauce. For that, into a pot, add half a cup of coconut milk, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of rice flour, and 1 tablespoon of water. Whisk them well and then cook over medium heat until the mixture comes to a gentle boil and has thickened slightly. Then let it cool. In the meantime, I'm roasting the mung beans. Into a pan, add around 2 to 3 teaspoons of mung beans and roast it. When they turn slightly light golden color, turn the heat off. Then dice the mangoes and leave them aside. Now this is how the rice looks after 30 minutes. So this is me trying to plate it beautifully. So onto a plate, add the rice. Then pour over the salted coconut sauce. Add on the mangoes. Sprinkle some mung beans on top. You can serve it with the salted coconut sauce on the side. The next recipe is a coconut pannacotta topped with mangoes. First, let's make the tart base, which is a coconut biscuit. For this, into a bowl, I've added half a cup of all-purpose flour, half a cup of self-raising flour, half a cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of desiccated coconut, 125 grams of butter melted, and half a teaspoon of salt. Mix them well until all the ingredients are incorporated. Now put the mixture into a tart tin. Press evenly into the base and the sides. Then bake it for around 15 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. And this is how the baked tart base looks like. Now to prepare the coconut panna cotta, now into a saucepan I added around 270 ml of coconut milk and 5 tablespoons of sugar. Here I've used caster sugar. You can even use granulated sugar. Make sure that the sugar is dissolved well. Stir until the sugar dissolves, and then to it add cream. This is around 400 ml of cream and around 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Cook until it is just under the boil. You can see the bubbles forming around the edges. Then switch off the flame and add 1.5 teaspoon of powdered gelatin dissolved in 2.5 tablespoons of water. Then whisk it until it dissolves. Then keep the mixture aside till it cools down. Before pouring it into the tart shell, I've strained the mixture for a more smoother texture. Now as the tart shell is cool, pour in the mixture into. Now cover and leave it aside to set. For a minimum of 6 hours, I left it overnight. Now as you see, the panna cotta is set, and to garnish it, topped it up with diced mangoes and then sprinkled some desiccated coconut. Keep it in the refrigerator and use it within 3 days. The next recipe is a quick eggless mango cake. For this, I'm using the mango pulp. This is the mango pulp that I'm using, Maharaja's Choice. So into a bowl, I've added 1 cup of mango pulp. To that, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of milk, and around 70 grams of butter melted. Whisk these wet ingredients together and then add the dry ingredients to it. So for the dry ingredients, I've added 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, around half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoon of cardamom powder. If you do not prefer the cardamom taste, you can even substitute it with just vanilla essence. Now sieve the dry ingredients into the wet. I've also added around 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla essence or any other essence that goes well with mango. Give a gentle mix. Make sure not to over mix the batter. I'm using a ceramic loaf dish and I've used oil spray to grease it. Then pour in the batter into the dish. Then bake it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 40 minutes or until the toothpick inserted comes out clean. And once the cake is baked, let it cool down before it's been turned on to a plate. And as you can see, it looks soft and moist, and that's the eggless mango cake. Hope you all enjoyed watching all these recipes. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Till I see you again, take care, bye bye.